educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to discuss the Greek island of Crete. Crete is an island within the Greek Isles. It's deep in there in the Mediterranean Sea. It's a really great holiday destination, and I have been at 2 points in my life. I went when I was a young boy and when I was like a little bit older, and I've got to be honest, both occasions were good for different reasons. I'm going to go into what both occasions offered, and you will see and understand just why Crete is definitely a place you should be visiting 100% for a holiday. So my first experience of Crete was way back in 1995, yes, 26 years ago, my word. And I've got to be honest, it was a visit late August, early September. I remember it quite well actually, and flew out with my mum, my dad and my young sister at the time, and we had a nice apartment that was overlooking there's water, like the beach area, and it was a very, very interesting place for me, obviously. Very warm, even at night. I distinctly remember it was scorching hot. And that part of the world does get very, very hot. So if you're someone that doesn't like being uncomfortable in bed late at night, be prepared, it can get quite stifling, okay? It's not to say you won't sleep, you will. You probably have to sleep on top of the sheets or under one sheet or something, or maybe even with the window open or something. It can get quite hot. Okay, yeah, I remember that our holiday, I just remember some of the characters that we met, and they've stuck widely in the memory even after all this time. We met many couples and many little families from all over the UK, and I remember that there was quite a lot of nice restaurants, particularly on the seaside area. So like down in the bay there was hell of a lot of restaurants, mainly selling like fish. It was just kind of like local produce, and you could have whatever you wanted really. I distinctly remember walking past there one night, and there was a fisherman who caught a huge fish. I'm saying it was huge. I mean, literally for me, a boy at the time, it was like wow. And it was on like a spear, like a skewer, and he was weighing it in the restaurant that it was in, and the weight was phenomenal. I mean, it was really, really heavy. But yeah, but it's just normal to them. It's a way of life, you know. We got quite friendly with someone that owned a bar, and my dad, being a youngish man at the time, spent a lot of time in the bar drinking and getting to know, obviously, some of the people that were from other parts of the UK. The thing you will find with Greece, and particularly with Crete as well, is you have quite a bit of hill area, and you have like the nice beaches in the water. So you literally have like the two sort of levels to it, if you like. And also what you will find with most Greek people is that they're very family orientated. They're incredibly warm and welcoming, and they do everything they can to make you feel welcome in their country. Now, there is a real strong vibe there of that, which will make you feel like you want to go back again and again and again. If you've got a young family, Crete is fantastic. Greece generally is really, really good for all that sort of thing, you know. There's plenty to see and do. There's water parks. There's obviously the nice beaches. You can go up into the hills if you want, up into the higher parts to walk and explore. There's all sorts, you know. You won't be bored there. No, definitely you will not be. I mean, we wasn't. We had a really good time for what I remember. And the weather was beautiful. I mean, it doesn't get really cold there, not like what it does here in the UK. I mean, my word, it does get freezing cold here at times. But really, to the locals it'd be cold, but to anybody from a foreign country it would not be. So that was my first time visiting. It was a nice family holiday. It was plenty to see and do. Lots of, like as I said, water parks and beaches and all that sort. Second time I visited, well, fast forward to 2016. Yeah, 21 years later. My word. Show my age, yeah. Not that I'm spelling out what my age is. And I don't want anyone guessing. It's irrelevant. Anyway, basically, that time, it was me, my mum, dad, and my sister and her friend, okay? We stayed quite locally and found ourselves a nice hotel on the road there, quite close to the town. You can go down into the main town and then down into the beach area. It was quite accessible actually. You've literally like 20 minutes from the beach, if that. Probably if you had a brisk walk, you could probably get down there quicker. If you probably get there in 15 or 10 if you wanted to stride out a little bit. You had a lot of nice shops quite close by as well. And being a bit older, I got to see sort of the nightlife of Crete. And if you go down the road, a good few miles down the road, you end up in the main sort of town there, and it's a real good nightlife, a real lively nightlife. I mean, at the time, England were playing in the Euro 2016 tournament. Obviously, I'm an England fan, and the tournament was going on. We didn't do particularly well, but the tournament was on while I was out there, so. And we had a really nice hotel with a pool. So really, if you didn't you didn't have to really leave your hotel. The hotel people were very, very friendly, as before, and very welcoming to our family. We go out most nights for food. I haven't had a bad meal in Crete in any of my 2 times there. And you'll struggle to find a really bad meal. You may have meals that are not as good, but you'll never have a bad meal anywhere you go. Alright, there's plenty of different food, different sorts of food as well, you know. And there's places where you can sit down and just have a drink, like the pub type vibe. There's also places you can go and dance and enjoy yourself, if that's the sort of thing you like. It's a club type vibe. The 2 beaches that were quite local were very, very vast from what I remember, very, very far, quite long. And there was good amenities near, like you went up the boardwalk there and there was a restaurant literally right opposite the beach. So you was okay if you was in that part to go and get some food. Later this holiday, in fact on the last day of this holiday, I went out on a night out. I'm not going into the full ins and outs because it's quite embarrassing, but I'm going to say this. I went out on my own, I got rather drunk, I come back in one piece. Not my proudest moment. If any of you know my family, you probably know the story, but I don't want to discuss it. All I got to say is you will enjoy the nightlife. I did. I made sure I did. But definitely, Crete has got it all. You know, it really has. If you want to go with your young family and enjoy the sunshine and the water parks and all that sort of thing. If you want to go and experience like laid back and restaurants, as well as like you walk into the town there and you've got like old churches and stuff like that. You can see like old sites and stuff. You've got that as well. If you want to enjoy a sort of more wild night out, you can do that as well. So there is the complete package here with Crete, and be under no illusions. I've experienced it in 2 visits, and I definitely think that it would appeal to pretty much most of you watching, or some of you. So therefore I thought it was only fair I did a video on it. Okay. Second video of the week out of 3. Thank you all ever so much for watching as always. I appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Second of 3, as I said, Put down in the comment section below, is Crete somewhere you'd like to visit? Is it on your bucket list, or is it somewhere that you don't know much about? Is there anything more you want me to talk about that may interest you further? Please, by all means, ask. I'm happy to provide that information. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Till then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening as always. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. I'll be back with my third and final video of the week in another couple of days. Till then, look after yourselves, take care, and bye for now.